Let's talk about something controversial. This might bother a lot of people. French drain man. I'm so sick of all these quotes going this way. I've had a French drain installed. It failed. I know somebody who had a French drain installed. It had roots. It went junk. We had one at our old house. It worked for a year and then got clogged. I can't find my outlet. I can't find where the water comes out. This got hit by the weed whip. This got run over by a lawnmower. Guys, just because you're fixing that problem by putting the same exact thing back in the ground doesn't make you better than the person who installed the original mess. So, it's up to us to educate. And that is what this video is all about. It's about education and avoiding the misleading information that you can get online. French Drain Man is great. He's amazing. He's the #1 French drain installer expert that I follow and that I watch. He's amazing. I want to use his materials. But I make this mistake a lot too, talking about specifically my area or my region in the US, when you really need to give little disclaimers for everybody else who deals with cold or who deals with, no cold, no frost, and just a huge, long, hot growing season. So I'm just here to clear up a little bit of misconception that me and a couple other people have had about these French drains. And are they truly minimal maintenance and a lifetime? Let's find out in this video. All right, so we all know this. I had to Google it to spice it up a bit because Google is the end-all be-all for information and factual things. So where do tree roots tend to seek out? They tend to seek out nutrients, right? Water, right? And most of all, oxygen. So what you're doing when you're doing a French drain is you're removing compaction in the soil where there's no space for water, and you're creating space for water. You're creating a void, a space filled with oxygen. And you're also putting water there. So tree roots are going to actually turn from wherever they were and wherever they want to grow normally and seek out that place where there's water. But there's an exception. This is where you need to make sure that you dig with no bellies in the pipe so water doesn't sit there. You need to make sure that that thing can dry out as much as possible in between rain or irrigation and continue on. Also, this depends, it really comes down to good installation practices. I'll show you a clip right here where we did one, we just removed one where there was a sock on the pipe and then there was fabric around the pipe, wrong fabric by the way, and then limestone. Limestone is like it's a mineral. It's literally nutrients. You're attracting roots to the limestone, but that's so minor it doesn't really even matter. But anyways, roots and sand got right in because of poor practices. If you would have reversed this and put the stone on the inside of the fabric and then use the sock, whatever, then he probably would have been a lot better. But it comes down to the homeowner and their needs and what they're willing to sacrifice. If you have water issues, you need a drain going literally right between a bunch of tree roots, like oak trees, pine trees, then you might want to say to the customer, hey, you're going to have to maintain this thing quite vigorously, or you might want to consider removing these trees and the roots before doing this drain just to help you out in the long run. Anyways, it all comes down to the install, all comes down to setting the customer's expectations and doing things the right way. And I might seem like a snob, but it's time to be real. Let's cut to the chase. So the chase is the French Drain Man. Okay, if you type in French drain anywhere on the internet, one of the top 2 things that's going to come up is the French Drain Man. Okay, I think he's where is he? He's up north, Ohio, Michigan, somewhere. Great guy. Learned a ton from him. I've been installing French drains since before I ever found his channel. But great topic. Great topic. There's not a lot of information out there on the internet about French drains. Well, sorry, there is, but homeowners don't seem to really understand what a French drain really is. Every time I do a French drain quote or a yard drainage quote, they either have an existing drain and I say, oh, well, is that a French drain? Is it perforated pipe with stone, or is it just those surface water catch basin inlets? And they say, oh no, it's a French drain. And they show me the bill, they show me the quote, they show me everything that they got years ago from another company. And sometimes it'll say French drain, you know, but then you read, it says solid pipe, and it's either PVC or old corrugated. But what the homeowner thinks it is, they think a French drain is just surface inlets. And I'm like, no. Well, we like to call that a yard drain. You know, we like to call that just a surface water, bulk water drain that gets the water out of your yard. But what I'm trying to sell you is a French drain that has perforations. It's the same type of tube, not PVC, but it's corrugated, but it has slits in it or material removed so that water can leach in through. And people usually think, oh, if you don't explain it perfectly or show them a video or bring a demo, they usually think, oh, the pipe has holes in it. Okay, I can see how water and dirt can get into it, but I don't see how it's going to carry water out. And that's just the thing. You need to show somebody a demo. So in my truck, all the time, I have a little, 3-4 gallon tote that has fabric, stone, perforated pipe, grass. It has an entire French drain situation right there. So I always say, hey, before I, explain too much about it, this is different than the drain that you have. It's different than what you might, be educated about in the past. Do you mind if I use your hose so I can show you how this actually works? Sure. They're thinking it's some crazy stuff. And I pull it out, I put the hose in it, and it does its thing. You wait about 2-3 seconds, and the water starts to drip into the pipe, and you get a nice flow. And then they say, oh, wow, this is great. And they ask all the questions. Is it low maintenance? Isn't that going to get clogged? Aren't roots going to get in there and all this stuff? And you have to be honest, If they're around trees, if they're around things like that, you got to be honest. I don't know about where the French drain man is, and this is where our opinions slightly differ. He has to deal with frost up there. I'm from Maine. I understand. I've been in Florida for 10 years now, but I understand frost. Frost heaves things out of the ground. You have to do a lot of things to prevent frost. Here in Florida, our growing season never stops. So French drain or not, if the pipe has holes in it, or if you just have PVC, those roots of oak trees and whatnot, plants, certain things, will wrap around those joints. It will find a leak, or it will wrap around wherever water is collecting, and I've seen PVC pipe and perforated pipe get crushed by ligustrum shrub roots. So I see that he put out that video recently about how to keep roots away with this product, and that's great. I'm actually going to look into that. But I want to tell you guys, my customers, my viewers, that if you're thinking about French drains here in Florida, you're going to have to maintain it. You're going to have to, put some enzymes down it to chew up any type of debris that might be in there. If we installed it, usually it's fully encapsulated. We'll usually put gutter guards on and whatnot. But there's certain things that you can do to keep the interior of your French drain somewhat organic matter free. And the French drain man talks about how corrugated pipe is self-cleaning. That is true. If you look at his videos and you put French drains in and you look at it, the turbulent water, kind of look at it like an air intake on an engine, right? You don't want smooth air. You need turbulent air to bounce around and get everywhere. Same scenario. So, French drain man, you're the best in the business. I was recently thinking about making an order from you guys and actually selling your products in my area, because there is a lack of availability. Now, you can get almost any type of drain situation here, except for the pump basins and all that stuff. You can get any diameter tube, but you can't get like double wall, triple wall. You can't get virgin HDPE. You really can only get single wall, NDS, or ProFlex, all that thin, flimsy stuff. No matter where you go, even if you go to Site 1, at least from what I think and what I've seen in the past. But we would like to get some good French drain man corrugated fittings, get some of the not quite a 90s, get that stuff, but be careful, French drain man. I'm telling you right now, that thing where it's maintenance free or whatever and they last a lifetime, they'll last a lifetime if you maintain them down here in Florida. So if I end up buying some of your products, if you allow me after this video, I can't say it's maintenance free, because the roots here are just so vicious. It doesn't care what it is. You know, even our grass, our St. Augustine grass, is hybridized to have thick stolen roots that literally will completely ruin a drain system. But yeah, French Drain Man is great. I just disagree on that one thing about, you know, lasting a lifetime or whatever, and how to, you know, completely negate roots out of your French drain system. It's not a real thing down here in Florida. I've seen a lot of drains, big concrete, you know, yeah, it's not a thing. But if you guys have any French drain or yard drain questions, I highly advise going over to the French Drain Man's channel. If you need to buy any products, if you got a nice larger job that needs to get done, definitely check out their page. Sorry guys, traffic's going nuts here. I highly advise checking out their website. But anyways, guys, this was just a little rant. I'm all over the place. I got to get to this job now. I'm on the highway. I shouldn't be filming, but I'm Nate Vance, Advanced Lawn and Garden. I got opinions out the wazoo. I do, you know, landscape design. We do a little bit of tree work still, not much. Landscape design, right plant, right place, right time. We do some hardscaping. We do lawns. We don't mow them, we don't spray them, but we install them, and we do the organic top dressing, do all kinds of stuff. And I'm passionate about teaching homeowners and helping out the fellow business owner or entrepreneur getting started. If you like that type of stuff, if you like tool reviews, all that, what's worth it in this industry, what's not, from my point of view, check it out. I'm no expert. I'm just trying to become a little bit better, just like all you guys. But yeah, check it out, guys. Take care.